What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Divana if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for tuning back in. Now, big disclaimer, my voice sounds absolutely freaking atrocious, but I am sick right now. I am really trying to get over this cold, whatever this virus thing that's flowing through my body. We're gonna pray it away out, okay? But I was like, let me get a video out. Y'all know I be taking these hiatus, and if you're like, girl, you need to get it together and get some content out, okay? Anyways, first off, I want to say thank you so much for all the love I received on my last video. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me, you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that the videos I put out are helpful to each and every one of you, and even one way or another. Okay, you guys, so as you see from the title down below, I am going to be talking to you guys about how it is after you hit that 1 year mark. So at this point, I'm a little bit past a year and 3 months post VSG surgery, and you know, things do start to change. I am learning so much about myself each and every day, and it's things that's come up recently that didn't even happen to me previously. So if you guys would like to hear more about what's been going on and any tips or tricks that I can give you to help you in your journey, please stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, so before I go any further, let me go over my stats with you guys. I don't think I have done that often, and sometimes I do have it listed in the description box, so always check down below just in case I haven't given you that information. But so my highest weight was 250 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 239 pounds. And as of today, I am 165 pounds. Yeah, we'll get into that later. But I didn't mention my surgery date was October 29th of 2021. Okay, you guys, so you do have so many changes after hitting your 1 year mark with weight loss surgery in general, but for me specifically, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG, as most people know it. So number one thing that I always get is, does your weight loss slow down? So for me, it's hard to say because my weight loss was very slow throughout this entire process. I will kind of have a chart here showing I calculated my weight each and every month to see how much weight I lost. You guys, the most weight I lost throughout this whole journey, like as far as like my biggest amount of weight per month was my first month, and that makes so much sense. I think that's probably like that for most people after surgery, is your first month you lose so much weight. I think I lost 22 pounds. I don't know. Like I said, I'll have it shown up here from my notepad of exactly what I did lose. And that is the most weight I lost, you guys. I don't even think after that I lost 10 pounds a month. I think the most, maybe one of the months I lost 8 pounds. You guys, my weight loss was very, very, very slow. One thing I can say for me specifically is my body likes to maintain weight. And I want to get into that a little bit later, but I've always lost weight really slowly. So I don't know, as far as me specifically, if that happens after, I think it does slow down. As you will see, instead of losing like 8 pounds a month or 6 pounds a month, it went down to like 3 pounds a month. And that was pretty consistent for me throughout the journey. So I'm sorry that I can't, give you a better answer, because for me that just wasn't the case. I did lose a lot of weight. I did continuously lose weight, but it was very, very slow, and it still isn't to my liking of how much weight I've lost so far. So let's get into the positives for me thus far. I would say, you guys, my energy level has been a lot higher since getting surgery. Granted, one, I think it's because I have lost a lot of the weight that was hindering me, holding me back, making me tired, things of that nature, putting me on the cusp of having sleep apnea, all of that. So I think that definitely had a lot to do with it. But man, I'm telling you, my energy is so much higher than it was before the surgery. Again, I feel like I sound like a man. Excuse my voice, you guys. I'm so sorry. But I just feel like when it comes to doing things, I'm more proactive about it. I'm like on top of things. Like, don't get me wrong, like normal things, everybody gets, you know, a lot of people can get depressed and stressed, things like that. But 9 times out of 10, I'm like, let's go. I'm up and at it. Like, it's just a lot of things that were slower for me before. I don't have that problem anymore. And also, I would say sleep. Now, I'm going to get into this a little more later because as of literally recently, we'll talk about that. But my sleep has been 10 times better. I don't know. I never thought about it till I was watching somebody else's video. And kind of like before I was going to do this video, I was kind of like reflecting on a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize how my sleep is so much better. And in many ways. So for one, from what I know, I do not snore anymore. And I didn't snore when I was like, so before surgery, when I was like probably in the 180s, 190s, I don't even think I snored. But as I got to the 200s and higher, I definitely started snoring. I definitely will be sleepier. Literally car rides that was like an hour, I would be knocked the heck out, snoring super loud. So embarrassing. I couldn't stay awake for those. But like, now I'm up and at it. I don't have that problem. And like I said, from what I know, now I do not snore at all, which is a plus because I think snoring is absolutely annoying and it is not a trait that I want for myself, okay? So I absolutely love that. I think my nights are better too, like sleeping through the nights, and just feeling comfortable in my skin. I think that helps so much. Like after I have a very good nighttime routine and all of that, maybe because I'm loving myself more as well, you guys, like I absolutely get the most sleep I've ever gotten with being lighter. And I don't know if there is any scientific reasons to that, but like I said, maybe it is for me personally, not having to snore. And that way my breathing is better, all of that stuff, you guys. And I also have been thinking about doing a hygiene video for you guys because my hygiene has changed a lot after surgery, believe it or not. So if you're interested in me doing a hygiene video related to VSG, leave that in the comments down below because I will definitely put that out for you guys. One of the biggest things that I am like crazy ecstatic about so far in this journey is my water intake. My water intake is at its all-time high. Mainly so I don't, for the most part, I do not drink absolutely anything but water. I just always drink water. I do add in Crystal Light. I've mentioned that before. I do not like the taste of regular water, but I drink water. So I have a water bottle. I will leave it down below. It's actually, I'm filling it up right now, so I don't have it with me, but it's a 64-ounce water bottle I got from Amazon, and it helps me to be able to get at least 64 ounces, and usually I'm getting about like 80 ounces of water per day. So I absolutely love that. But I also have water bottles that are like 32 ounces so that I can fit into my cup holder, fit into my cup holders when I am out and about. But man, before surgery, like I will go days, and I'm not even kidding. I will go days without drinking an ounce of water. Like super bad, you guys. It was horrible. Did not like water. And I've never been like a soda drink or juice drinker really either. I just would not care to drink anything. But now, especially because my body will give me signs and signals as to when I'm lacking water. I will get very lightheaded. I will feel very fatigued. I will get constipated if I am low on water or dehydrated. So my body would be like, all right, girl, come on now, get it together. Because there was a few times that I was like, oh my gosh, am I getting sick? Because I'll be working and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm about to pass out. And then I'll be like, you ain't had no water in a while. So I definitely do that. It's been really helpful, even like downtime throughout the day. Like if I'm doing something, if I'm bored, if I'm anything, drink water. Like really trying to remind myself to do it at all times. Like if I'm not eating, if I'm sitting at my desk when I'm working, take a sip. You did this, take a sip. You did this, take a sip. You gotta go to the bathroom, take a sip. Like always reminding myself to constantly get in water. And that's been one of the most beneficial things for me throughout my journey, because in the beginning, I did have to go to the hospital to get an IV because my dehydration was very, very low. And that's something that I wouldn't want anybody to go through. It's horrible. And if you continue that, you would have to constantly have to do those. And at least where I was at, so I would have to go to regular urgent care, and they're not really versed on bariatrics, weight loss surgery, any of that. So they kind of just look at you funny, don't really understand it. And it was just a whole process that I hated. And I hated the fact that I would always just feel like I'm about to pass out. So definitely, if you don't do anything, number one, drink your water, okay? Drink your water. Now, you guys, you will hear transfer addiction so much. And I don't think mine has fully transferred to this, but it's gotten a little bit. So I love to shop. Now, I've always loved to shop. It's been me. Even at my heaviest weight, I would still buy clothes and shoes. I love shoes, you guys. But I would just be buying stuff, you guys. Even now, I just went through my closet to kind of like purge through things. Like, you haven't worn this in forever, or let's see, you've had this in your closet for years. Does it even fit you anymore? And I realized that most of my clothes in my closet had brand new tags on them, because I'll just be buying stuff, never wearing it, or buying it when I was heavier and I couldn't fit it, but keep it and be like, oh, I'll just wear it when I lose weight. So anyways, I continue to buy things. Like, if I could tell you how much money I've spent in the last week, I don't even say the month. In the last week, I'm buying things. And Shein has got a hold on me, okay? So anyways, a little off subject, but yes, I feel like I've slightly had a transfer addiction to, if I'm wanting to eat, if I'm wanting to do these things, instead of doing that, I'm going shopping. I mean, it ain't the best decision, but I guess it's better than, snacking. But I've been absolutely loving it. And y'all be on the lookout, because I do have a Shein haul coming up. But anyways, you guys, yeah, so be careful of transfer addictions, because they do say that it can happen, instead of having food as what you were addicted to before, now you're addicted to something else. And like I said, I did kind of already have a slight addiction to shopping. Plus, I do think retail therapy is real, you guys. It's absolutely real. And it definitely helps personally for me. But I'm loving it. I think it's too because you're so stuck sometimes in like what you used to could wear, and stepping out of your comfort zone and finding different things. You be like, should I just get it? Like, I can't wear that. Like, that ain't gonna look good on me. Like, that's for the skinny girls. Or like, that's how I used to look at things, especially when I was bigger. I'd be like, not only if I was little, I could fit up into that. Like, that'd be cute. And now it's like, I'm ordering those things, or I'm even ordering things and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually too big for me. And just realizing things like that, like, it's still hard, but it's nice. Or I used to hate going into, so like, I love American Eagle. And when they have their sales, y'all, I would love going up in there and finding some jeans on sale. And I remember when I was starting to lose weight, I went into American Eagle. And I felt bad even getting into, I think I was a 14, going into a 12. Like, I was starting to lose weight at that point. And I even felt so bad because they didn't have size 12 jeans, like, on the sale. Because, like, the sale rack in the back, you kind of take what you can get. And they didn't have many of those sizes, but they had a bunch of, like, 8, 6, 4s, that type of stuff, right? And I just felt so bad and so, like, down and out with the associate trying to help me. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, we don't have that size. And then, I don't know, not seeing if she realized, I don't know, that I was smaller, whatever, I digress. But now to be able to go into those retailers and I am at a normal size range, or an average size range, I should say, and not feeling out of place walking in there, because I'm not plus size anymore. I shouldn't look at it that way, but I'm just being 100% transparent with you guys because that is how it is. I feel so comfortable shopping in regular stores because I do like to online shop, but certain things I want to try it on. I want to see different fits of things, especially when it comes to jeans. I like to try my jeans on, see how they feel on my body, because I've had bad experiences ordering jeans and then you get them and it's like, okay, this is not fitting me properly. Or if you don't understand different fabrics, how are you supposed to know how that fabric is going to be and all of that? So now when I'm able to go into these stores and I can feel comfortable going into Forever 21 and I can feel comfortable going to an H&M and a this and that, like it feels so good. And the fact that I'm pulling mediums, like what I'm usually going to is a medium. And a lot of the time, sometimes the medium is a little too big for me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like even now saying it out loud, it's like, girl, you do not wear a small. But a lot of the things in my closet are smalls. If I am ordering a size up, especially when it's crop tops, I'm getting larges depending on how I want it to fit on my body. Because a lot of these crop tops are cropped, honey. And if you get your regular size, it's going to come right underneath your breast. And I'm like, no, thank you. But yeah, that has been such a plus. You know, being so far out is like seeing the fact that, oh my gosh, I can go into these stores and feel comfortable. I can shop comfortably. I can walk around the mall and be able to go into every single store and find something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. When you bigger and you go into these stores and you see that cute dress and you done tried on like 10 different things and nothing fits, you be like, well, skip it. I'm just not going nowhere. And like that feeling is absolutely horrendous. Like you feel like crap. And so when you get to that point, you're like, oh my gosh, like I can go into these stores and I can get anything I want, baby. They gonna have my size. That feels absolutely amazing. Okay, now with all the positives, it always comes some things that I'm dealing with now that aren't so positive or that I'm still learning to figure out. So let's get into the first thing. I never dealt with hair loss throughout this whole journey. And I didn't see any like major things happening. Like everything was perfectly fine. I was so happy with that. Now, as of recently, you guys, I have feel like my hair is going through it, baby. And I'm like, is it related to surgery? Is it not? But all I can think of is it has to be. And I take my vitamins, you guys. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. I am human. Certain days I will go throughout the month. Maybe I'll miss a couple of days in a month, you guys. But I continuously take my vitamins every single day. And like for the past month, I've been taking hair, skin, and nail vitamins as well. But even before that, I was just taking like, you know, my calcium citrate. I was taking my multivitamin and my probiotics. So I've been up on my stuff. But what I've noticed recently is my hair is shedding like crazy. Like, you know, when you buy certain wigs or certain weaves and you comb through them and the hair is just like shedding, that is me. That is my hair. Now, it could be related to maybe I need a trim, maybe I need this, but it just seems like, I don't know, my hair has never, even if I need a trim, any of that, my hair will not just like me literally combing through it. My hair will just be shedding. And it's not like clumps, like it's not like huge, like it's falling out, but it's literally like I could just go like this to my ends of my hair and I'll have hair. So I've noticed that. And then I've noticed my edges starting to thin. Now it's crazy because it's like, damn, like this is what people go through within like the first 6 months of surgery, all of that. But I'm dealing with it over a year post-op. So why the heck am I dealing with this now? I don't know. My body's weird as hell. But I was like, let me mention it because your body can still change. Your body can do weird stuff. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know if you can see here, like right there. Calling myself out. It's bald right there. Now I'm like, I still have edges. I lay my edges. It's not bad. But as you can see here, like it's thinning here. And that's why I got the hairstyle I got. So it's not so much tension on my hair. Just trying to still have a protective style, but not too much tension. But yeah, I'm like, what the heck? Like, I've always had very healthy edges. It's never been a thing for me. And I've been using like black castor oil and stuff like that on my hair. It was growing back. It's doing really good. But it's just like, why the fuck are my edges thinning? Excuse my French, you guys. But I'm like, no, I can't be out here with no bald edges. Like, we not doing that. Like, you're gonna always see Divana with her edges laid, okay? So I've been knowing that, and it's literally only here. So I've been just monitoring that, making sure that I'm keeping my scalp oiled, definitely massaging right here. I did also buy a scalp massager just so that when I do have my wash days, that I am definitely getting in there, making sure that everything is clean, everything is healthy and growing. And I am going to stay up to date on my trims and all of that. We need a lip gloss break. Okay, so we're going to say a big prayer for healthy edges going forward. So now on to the next. Let's talk about the big red, okay? I know no one likes her. She comes for most every single month, and she does her thing and leaves. So let me get into a little background, okay? I am on birth control. I am on Depo. I've been on Depo on and off for over 10 years, okay? Clearly I have 2 kids, so like I said, on and off. So I've been on Depo consistently for like 4 years. And now I have my Furies. I didn't really have this problem much back in my other city where I used to live. But when I moved to this city, I really feel like the formula of the Depo they used here is absolutely different. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's my head telling me that. But my body has reacted completely different to the Depo that I get here at my current doctor's office than how it reacted at my former doctor's office. And it's reacting negatively. So the last couple of times I had my period lasted 3 weeks. So this last time my period lasted 3 weeks. Absolutely insane. Like, who wants to be on their period for 3 weeks? Now, normally I do not get a period with Depo. That is the main reason why I chose Depo, because I did not want to have a period. Just don't like them. When I used to get them, my periods were super heavy and lasted the full 7 days. But when I do get them while I'm on Depo, they're crazy long. Now, I only used to get them previously while I was on Depo if I was going through like a lot of stress. So like after my VSG surgery, literally the night of surgery, like after they were done, I started my period. That was normal for me. That will happen if my body is under a lot of stress. That is the only times I will get a period while I'm on Depo. Now, as of recently, it's like, what the heck? And then getting a period for 3 weeks straight. And it wasn't like normal. So like, you get the period and then you get your like barbecue stage. If you know, you know. No, that did not happen. It was full on big red for 3 weeks. Absolutely insane. And I know that is not right. I know that is not normal. And for me, that is not normal. And this is the second time it's happened. The last time it happened was in the beginning when I was like missed a few weeks before my shots. I was like, okay, my body's starting to adjust to it, but I still got a period for 2 weeks. And I'm like, that is absolutely insane. So I am thinking about changing birth controls or completely going off of it. But for me, the only thing that I would take separately would be the pill, which is a lot of work. Like the pill, they recommend you take it. For one, you have to take it every single day. And then they recommend that you take it at around the same time every single day. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so much work. So I'm going to talk it over with my doctors eventually. I do have until May with Depo, so they won't even get me on a new birth control until then. So I will update you guys later on once I decide what I'm going to do. But I would rather at least go back to having normal periods every single month, 5 to 7 days, rather than being on it now. It comes whenever it wants to randomly, and then I'm on it for weeks. Like, absolutely not. And then the PMSing with it and my hormones and my emotions and all of that, it lasts for about that same time as well. And it's just absolutely too much. Now, on those same lines, I've been dealing with a lot of weird things. So I always used to get a couple little, hairs underneath my chin occasionally. Like, it's been a thing for me a very long time. I used to get 2. Now I get about 4 or 5. Absolutely horrendous. Makes me feel like a man. But I'm really wondering, with a lot of different symptoms and things going on with my body, I wonder if I have PCOS, but I was just never diagnosed. Now, I think I was never diagnosed because I don't think a lot of people know about it. So for one, I didn't even know what the heck PCOS was until I became a part of the VSG weight loss surgery community. Before then, I wouldn't even think to say this, to think I had the symptoms of it, to think to look it up. Never had it brought up to me by a doctor, any of that. So, just with a lot of things that's been going on with my body, and I realized that it's been going on with my body from before, I'm going to bring it up to them like, hey, I don't even know how they test for it or what, but I'm going to bring it up to them like, do I have PCOS? I don't know what that means for me. I don't know any of that, but I am realizing that a lot of the symptoms and a lot of the research that I've done on my own, I'm like, I do think I have PCOS. Maybe I don't, and if I don't, I don't, but it doesn't hurt to have them do these tests to make sure you're okay. Ooh, all this talking, you guys, like my throat is really killing me. I went and got a smoothie so I could get my protein in. It's a protein smoothie and it has like chia seeds, very healthy, from like this vegan place. I don't know. So I've been drinking on that because I ate a couple fries earlier. So this morning I had a doctor's appointment to get a blood panel done through a new bariatric center that I was able to see. They wanted to see my blood work to see if I had any vitamin deficiencies, and then since I was pre-diabetic, they always test my A1C, hemoglobin, all of that stuff. So I got that done. I had to be fasted for that. But since I'm not feeling well, didn't really want to eat after that. So I stopped. Not the healthiest thing, but I had errands to run and I just got some fries. I was able to eat a couple of fries. That was it. And that's all I've had today. Besides, I was like, when I seen the smoothie place, I was like, oh my gosh, let me get my protein in, let me get some veggies, let me get some fruits, and serve my body with liquids since I cannot physically, I just don't want to eat. I feel like I'm hungry, but anything that I think about eating is just like absolutely atrocious. So still getting in my protein one way or another. On the lines of vitamin deficiencies and getting your blood panel done, all of that, you guys, you know your body better than anybody, better than any of the doctors that you go through. You can tell when something is off with your body. You can tell when something's right for your body, all of that. And I would say follow your first mind, stick to that. Do not go off of that, and really advocate for yourself, because that is all you can do. And especially because our bodies receive nutrients way different than people that have not had the surgery, we have to really make sure that we are good. So if there are any time where you are struggling with something or you're like, something's off, go ahead and be like, hey, I need you to check for a vitamin deficiency. Hey, I need you to check for this. Get the blood panels done, the blood workup, whatever you want to call it, and just to make sure that you're straight. If it all comes back great, okay. Like, it's not going to hurt you, but then it's also not going to hurt you to figure out what's been going on. So if you haven't caught up on some of my other videos, I've been saying, like, for one, I've been struggling with continuous weight loss. I'm not where I want to be. As I mentioned previously in the video, I have gained weight, and for me, that is really big. That is like the biggest thing that I feared about the surgery. Now, granted, it's not crazy amount. It's literally nothing crazy, but for me, it still counts. So one of my videos, one of my videos, the lowest I got to was 160. That didn't last long, just with your body doing what it needs to do. I got to 161, and I stayed at 161 for a while. And then as of recently, I'm like, yes, granted, I have been dealing with some family things, and I've been a little stressed out, and I have been snacking a lot lately. But besides that, you guys, like, I haven't been doing nothing crazy, but I have gained 165 now. So I've gained 4 pounds, and no, that's not a lot. Yes, I can get it back off, but with me already struggling with trying to lose this last little, now 15 pounds, it just, it takes a little bit of a toll on me. But at least I'm not at the point now where it's like, oh my gosh, I've gained weight, so skip it. Like, I'm not in that state of mind, so I'm so proud of myself for that. But I really don't like the fact that I've gained weight either. Anyways, with that being said, I mentioned before that I was able to get into a bariatric center here, and like I said, they ordered a blood workup for me. It's just part of their procedures, what they have to do. Plus, I haven't had any blood workup done since I was 6 months post-op. So I got some of the test results back. Now, I'm not a doctor, and no, you should not go down that WebMD Mayo Clinic hole. And I did a little bit today, but some of my results, the test results were elevated, and not elevated by like 1 or 2 points. They were elevated by about 20 points. So I know, like, it's the weekend, it's Saturday, so I'm not gonna get a call back until, I'm assuming not until Monday, once the doctor is able to look over everything. But from what I looked up, it's a little concerning. So I'm not gonna even mention what it is or what I'm going through until I get that call. And then I will make a video on what they said, what's gonna happen, what's been going on, as well as I did get some follow-up about possibly getting on weight loss medication, because as of recently too, like, I've been hungry a lot more, and I guess I didn't realize it before, but as I was talking through things with the doctor and just I've been documenting myself, like, okay, when I'm eating, things like that, and I am just hungry a lot. It's like, even when I shouldn't be, I just feel hungry. Like, even being sick, I feel so freaking hungry, but at the same time, I don't want to eat. And normally, and that's how I gain these little pounds, is I've been snacking, and I haven't been snacking healthy, I'm not gonna lie. But my hunger has really, I've been really hungry lately. So I need to get that under control. But anyways, yeah, so like I said, get the workup done, see what's going on. I know that lately I was like, something's wrong with my body, something's going on, something just seems off. So I'm so glad that they did do that blood panel, to be able to see what's going on. And I will, like I said, I will keep you guys updated on what they say it actually is, because like I said, I don't want to pre-diagnose myself. I don't want to put that on me. If it's not that, maybe it's not something that I need to be concerned about, because like I said, I am not a professional. So I'm gonna just wait till they call me with those actual results and that their plan of care for me. To end this video out, I know this video has been pretty long, and I'm sorry, I know it's gotten darker in here, but one thing I want to say is, don't be scared to get to this point. Don't be scared to get to your 1 year and think, oh my gosh, it's over with, I'm done with my journey, my tool isn't going to help me anymore, any of that. Like, don't be wary of that at all, by any means, absolutely not. One thing I can say is, be prepared for this to come. Your first 6 months, 6 to 8 months to be real with you, are the times where you need to go hard. You need to stick to a plan. You need to not go off of that. You need to not give into temptation. You need to be as strict as you absolutely can be, so that you are more successful. So that you are more successful when you do get to your 1 year. Because the only thing that happens is you're able to eat more, you're able to tolerate more, and that can be the thing that prohibits your weight loss or prohibits your journey. Other than that, nothing else changes for you. It should get better for you. You are going to learn things about your body. You're going to learn what you can eat, what you can tolerate. You're going to learn how much you can eat, how much you can tolerate. And as long as you build up those healthy goals and those healthy eating habits now or in the beginning, then you are able to be successful once you hit your year. And then going further out from there. And then also, like, once you hit a point that you are comfortable with your weight, or you're comfortable with the size or how you look in the mirror, from then, I think, especially for us, we need to learn to be able to just tone up, to get healthier, to be physically fit at that point. And And that should be your priority going forward, as well as making sure you're continuing those healthy eating habits, but also allowing yourself to be able to have a candy bar here and there, a bag of chips here and there, but do it within moderation, you know? And so if you build up those, like I said, the first 6 to 8 months, doing exactly what you need to do, not giving into those temptations, when you get to that point, honestly, your body's not going to even like it. Even now, I didn't do that, but even now, because of my tool, there are certain things that I just absolutely cannot eat because of my restriction. Like, your taste buds are going to change, at least for me. So things are also sweeter and saltier for me now than they were before surgery. So something like even a drink that I would have liked before is now like I have to water it down. It's so much sweeter than it was normally. Or a food that I liked before, I'm like, oh my gosh, why is this so salty? Or even like, man, I would love to go to Milwaukee, right? And go to JJ's and get me some chicken. I cannot have fried chicken like that. It's just my body does not tolerate deep fried chicken. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a bad food. No, it's not something I would eat often anyways, because I've never been a fried type of girl. I don't like the grease, but I just can't do those things. Even healthy things like grapes, I dump from grapes. It's so weird, but my body doesn't like it. Or like watermelon. My body does not like watermelon. So it doesn't even have to be unhealthy type of things, but it's just your body just doesn't accept certain things. Your body will reject certain things. And so even dumping, like I still do dump. And I know people associate dumping with, oh, you ate something bad or you ate something that you shouldn't have been eating. But for me, that's not how it works. Like I said, even today, I was like, let me just get some fruits in before I got my smoothie. And I had some grapes and I dumped from grapes. And I don't even associate it to being sick because I don't have like a stomach virus. My sickness right now is living in my throat and my nasal pathway. So I dumped though from eating grapes. And I have before. I shouldn't have eaten them. But I was craving them so much. Like I just wanted some fruit and it's the fruit that I had available. So I just know that certain foods my body absolutely cannot tolerate anymore at all. When it comes to like ice cream, even like when it's like Halo Top ice cream, my body absolutely rejects it. So it's just certain things that I cannot have. I am like, my body is less tolerant to it now than it was before. And then like just certain things that like my taste buds are like super sensitive. So if it's too sweet, absolutely not. If it's too salty, absolutely not. Even if it's something that I had it the exact same way before surgery, now my body just doesn't like it. If I can tell you anything, it's just keep going. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't think that it is the end. So many people feel like get into 1 year. It's like, oh my gosh, so scary. It's not. It's actually a congratulatory thing. And it's like, okay, from here, it's more focused on you. It's more about you now. You have to do more of the work. In the beginning, your tool was doing 70% of the work for you. And now you are doing 70% of the work for your body. And that's why it's so beneficial that you work hard in the beginning and do what you need to do in the beginning, so that once you get farther along and you're able to eat more, you want to eat more healthier things. You want to make sure you're focused on your protein before anything else. You know, you want to have, and you have built those healthy eating habits. You are learning to eat in moderation. You know, definitely go on vacation, go out, eat what you want, do what you want. And also to learn that your stomach has not just stretched so tremendously throughout the year. I still have really big restrictions. Like I said, even if I wanted to have like eat the whole, I got a kid's fry when I was out today. Anyways, most of the time I do order from the kids menu. If I do have fast food anyways, but I had a kid's fry and I was able to have 2 curly fries, 2, and they were like this big. And my body was like, over it. Absolutely not. You're stuffed. You're full. So you do still have those restrictions. It'll be times where my eyes are bigger than my stomach. So many times. Even a salad. It takes me about 40 minutes to eat a salad. I'm so serious. Like, that's why you have to focus so much on getting in your protein and things like that, even if it takes you longer, because if you're just eating to eat, yes, those slider foods are going to go down a lot easier. You're going to be able to tolerate more of that, but it won't be more beneficial for you in the end. So my biggest things I like to do is, even if I have to drink my protein right now with my life, I do still drink part of my protein. So my bit in the morning, no matter what, whether that's a protein smoothie, whether that's a protein coffee, I'm getting in at least 30 grams of protein right off the bat. No matter what, every single morning, weekend, weekday, it doesn't matter. I'm starting off my morning that way, because that's like, boom, that's halfway there. And depending on where your goals are, like I said, I like to get like 80 grams of protein in every single day. So it's just figuring out that plan and sticking to it so that you're proactive, so that you can be beneficial with your weight loss, your fitness goals, whatever it might be. No matter what, protein is going to be very, very, very beneficial. Anyways, you guys, I would love to stay and chat more. I am literally, my energy level has gone from here to here. I can see it in my eyes. My throat is killing me. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update of what's been going on with me. My next video as well, when I give you an update from the doctors, I do want to give you a body update. I just do not have the energy to do any of that right now. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section down below. Let me know what your goals are going forward, whether that be to lose weight, to maintain, to love yourself. It doesn't matter. I definitely want to hear from you guys. I would love for you to be more interactive in the comment section. I really love the people that reach out to me and talk to me. You guys, I am really super friendly. I love being able to talk with you guys, share advice, any of that. I'm here. And you guys, if you haven't yet, definitely go follow me on Instagram. I share different content there. And I'll let you guys in a little bit more on my life. I'll have it linked in the comment section down, in the description box below, what my Instagram is. But I would love for you guys to follow me over there as well. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video.